That was a short therapy session.
Yeah, well, it was too long for me.
So, how did things go in Big Bear?
Oh, God, Mike, I said some things I shouldn't have. I don't know how. But I mentioned something about a murder in Genoa City.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, and he also knows about Lauren Finmore.
You told him everything?
No, I just mentioned her name.
That's all he needs, Sheila. If he starts asking questions in Genoa City, you're toast. Cops find out you're still alive, you're doing time. Hell, they could be knocking on his door right now.
No, they aren't.
I'll bet you anything he beelined it straight to Wisconsin.
He's not in Wisconsin, Michael.
Well, then where is he?
The good doctor has taken an unexpected leave of absence.
Come in.
Dr. Namour wishes to know if this room pleases you.
Oh, it's a splendid room. Thank you.
Perhaps you would like me to unpack your bag.
Yes, please. Thank you. I haven't met you before. My name's Brewster Mackenzie. May I ask you your name?
Yasemin?
What a lovely name. Have you worked here in the palace long?
I lived here all my life. My mother served the queen.
Have you followed in your mother's footsteps?
Excuse me?
Do you serve Princess Leila? Prince Omar's new wife.
Not bad.
It's not great.
Rich, what are you doing?
I don't know. I just can't concentrate.
Am I distracting you?
No, Logan, it's not you. I can't seem to get my mind off that bloody trial.
Neither can I.
Maybe we should just go down there. Go to the courthouse.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Why?
Because I'm the last person that Stephanie wants to see right now.
I thought you two were getting along.
We were, until I made the mistake of disagreeing with her.
About what?
Jessica. Look, I know your mother's just trying to protect her. But I have to wonder if this trial is going to do Jessica more harm than good.
Ms. Emerson, call your first witness.
The state calls Stephanie Forrester.
Miss Stephanie, no.
What?
I want to testify first. I can put an end to this here and now.
Mr. Forrester.
Miss Emerson, please, let me testify. I can help.
Is there a problem, Ms. Emerson?
No, Your Honor. If we could just have a moment, please.
There is a jury in the box. This all should have been done beforehand.
Miss Emerson, please.
We call Mr. Forrester instead of Mrs. Forrester.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you're about to give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Connor, what's going on?
I don't know exactly. But it's clear that Eric wants to testify, and that's never good.
Please state your name and spell your last name for the court reporter.
Eric Forrester, Forrester.
What is your business or occupation, Mr. Forrester?
I'm a designer and manufacturer of men's and women's clothing.
Do you know the victim in this case?
Objection! Come on. Counsel knows better than to try something like that. She is not a victim until and unless the jury decides she is. Beyond a reasonable doubt, I might add.
Please keep your comments to yourself, Mr. Davis. Your objection, however, is sustained.
Thank you.
Do you know the young girl Mr. Davis referred to? Jessica Forrester.
Yes, she's my niece.
How old is Jessica?
17. She turned 17 just this last summer.
How do you know that?
She's my brother's only child. I know when she was born.
Other than as an uncle, do you have some special relationship with Jessica?
I did. Until he corrupted her.
Your Honor, please.
Mr. Forrester, please, don't volunteer. Just answer the question.
I did, Your Honor. I've always had a very special relationship with Jessica since she was a child. I used to hold her in my arms the same as I held my own daughters in my arms. And then he came along and made her grow up a lot faster than anyone her age should have to.
Same objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Forrester, I won't tolerate this. Your remarks are uncalled for. The witness's remarks are stricken, and the jury is instructed to disregard them, and you, sir, are admonished to refrain from making such statements. Continue, Consul.
Did you have a conversation with Mr. Shaw concerning the charges in this case?
Yes, I did.
When did this conversation take place?
This morning.
What did you say to him, and what did he say to you?
I told him that he had taken advantage of Jessica's vulnerabilities. And he told me that he slept with Jessica just the one time.
Mr. Forrester, with whom does Jessica live?
Her parents sent her out here to live with Stephanie and me. We are her legal guardians. Your Honor, that's why I'm so intense about this. Raising Jessica to be a responsible adult is our duty and our obligation. But now she's cutting school and she's sneaking around to see him. She has no respect for herself and no respect at all for authority. She wasn't that way before she met him.
Thank you, Mr. Forrester. Cross-examine, counsel.
James is out of the picture?
For now.
You didn't... I mean, he's not...
Oh, God, no! No, Mike, he's just out of town.
What, you scared him out of Los Angeles?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. He got a call in the middle of our session. He said something about going out at the country, and then he left.
Let me get this straight. You told him you killed someone, he gets a call, and he bolts?
Yeah, that was kind of odd.
You can say that again. I wonder what was more important to Warwick than finally bringing you down.
I don't know, Michael. I really don't know.
Yes, I do attend the princess.
Do you enjoy that?
It is my duty, sir.
Would you like her?
I'm sorry, Mr. Mackenzie. The palace staff is forbidden to discuss the royal family with anyone.
You don't have to tell me anything. I know all about you, Princess.
You do?
I read about their honeymoon. It seems the princess was very gracious to the foreign press and to the Italian dignitaries, but she showed her true colors to the hotel staff. One maid actually called her a tyrant. And do you know what the hotel manager said? And I quote him. He said, "I almost lost several staff because of the princess. It seems your new princess has quite an attitude problem."
That is not true. Those people are lying.
Oh, do you mean she's not a tyrant?
Princess Leila is the kindest woman I have ever known. She has always treated all the servants with great respect. We are all devoted to her.
She must indeed be an extraordinary woman to have won your loyalty at such short notice. She and the prince have only been married for, what is it, a few weeks?
Leila lived here before she became princess.
I see. Well, it seems I've been misinformed about Princess Leila.
Yes, you were.
Well, there are so many stories written about her, Yasemin, it's hard to know what to believe. You know, one story I read, it said the princess was a commoner, and the prince met her while she was working in the bazaar. And there was another story I read. Well, how did it go? It actually said she was an American. Is that true? Yasemin?
Excuse me, Mr. Mackenzie. I have other duties to attend to. I must go.
What are you saying here?
I'm just concerned about Jessica.
So is Mother.
I don't doubt that. But Ridge, when I saw Jessica the other day, she was really depressed. I'm just not sure she's going to make it through this trial.
Logan, she'll be fine. Mother and Dad are there to take care of her.
Dylan used to work for you, didn't he, Mr. Forrester?
Yes.
As an intern, earning money for college, isn't that right?
Yes.
And while he was working to further his education, you knew that he was interested in working in the fashion industry. Isn't that also true?
Yes, that's what he told me.
In fact, you knew that that was his goal in life, didn't you?
I don't know what his goals are, except sleeping with my niece.
I see. Oh, yes. And according to you, that's what he told you this morning, just before we assembled this jury and began this trial on a plea of not guilty. Is that what you want this jury to believe, sir?
That's what he said.
That's what you say, he said. Were there any other witnesses to this so-called confession of his?
Of course not.
Well, I'm glad we laid that to rest. Jessica has told you on any number of occasions that she loves Dylan, hasn't she?
I believe it's infatuation. There's a big difference.
Tell me, was Stephanie Forster a college sweetheart of yours, sir?
Judge, this is way afield. What relevance does Mr. Forrester's relationship with Stephanie Forster have to do in this case?
I withdraw the question. Your Honor, if you will instruct the witness to answer my question, whether or not Jessica has on any number of occasions told him that she and this young man are in love.
She has used those words.
Thank you. Now, returning to Dylan's employment, were you satisfied with his performance on the job, sir?
I had no complaints.
Until he started dating your niece, isn't
Until
that right?
he started sleeping with her.
But you didn't even want him dating your niece, did you?
Not as long as he was sleeping
Would
with
you
her.
kindly answer the questions I am posing, sir? You didn't even want him seeing her, did you?
I didn't want him to have anything to do with her. She's a high school girl. He's an adult.
Tell me, Mr. Forster, when exactly does Jessica become an adult?
When she's 18.
Just some months from now. So is it your position, Mr. Forrester, that in a matter of months, that somehow Jessica will suddenly be wise enough to make her own decisions as to whom she will see and what she will do with her life?
That's the law, Mr. Davis.
I'm well aware of the law, thank you, sir. But don't you think it's possible that some 17-year-olds are capable of making their own decisions?
Not Jessica, not yet.
That's your opinion, right?
It's mine and her other guardians, yes.
Well, what about Jessica's opinion? Does that not count? Does nothing this girl says or think or feel have any validity until she's 18 years old? She happens to believe that she is just as capable at this moment of making her own decisions as she is likely to be some months from now when she's that magical 18 years old. Doesn't that make sense, Mr. Forrester? No further questions, Your Honor.
Call your next witness, Ms. Emerson.
The state calls Jessica Forrester.
do you solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you're about to give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Will you state your name, please?
Jessica Forrester.
Where do you live, Jessica?
With my aunt.
Stephanie Forrester.
Yes.
Is that in Los Angeles?
It's in Beverly Hills, yes.
Why do you live with Stephanie Forrester?
Because she's my legal guardian.
Jessica, how old are you?
I'm 17. You already know that.
Do you know Dylan Shaw?
Yes, of course I know him.
How long have you known him?
7 or 8 months.
And how did you meet him?
He worked at Forster.
Your uncle's business?
Yes.
Did there come a time when you and Mr. Shaw began to date?
Yes, but that was after we became friends.
Good friends?
Very good friends.
Can you describe your feelings for Dylan?
I love Dylan and he loves me.
Does that love include a physical relationship?
Your Honor, do I have to tell them? I don't even know these people. I just don't want to tell them that. It's just too personal. The thing is, Ridge, Jessica can't turn to your parents anymore. She doesn't trust them.
I know it's a very difficult time for everyone.
She feels like Eric and Stephanie turned on her.
They're really just trying to help her, though.
Yes, I know, but it doesn't look like it from her point of view.
Logan, this is a very hard time. I feel awful for Jessica, but I gotta tell you, if Bridget were Jessica's age, some guy did that to her, I would react the same exact way. Would do anything possible to keep that guy away from her.
I just wish there was something we could do.
I think the important thing is getting everybody back together here when it's all over, no matter what the outcome.
You're right.
Don't forget, Jessica's not the only one in pain around here. I mean, Dad's been in hell. Situation with Sheila and now this.
How did that therapy session with Sheila turn out?
James had to cut that short.
What do you mean he cut it short?
Took the session up to Big Bear, and for some reason he had to leave town.
He left in the middle of the session?
Had to be an emergency, too. I don't think he even told anyone where he was going.
Tonight, I'll finally have the answers to all of my questions. Is Taylor still alive? Oh, could I be right? Could Taylor actually be Prince Omar's wife?